Okay, let's talk about Remy Martin.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
Now, I always ask you guys, who do you want me to talk about? Like, I always make some type of post, something out there in which I say, hey, give me some topics, give me some players to talk about. And I've seen quite a bit of Remy Martin. I've seen quite a few people say that they wanted me to talk about Remy Martin. Now, with that being said, I want to just go ahead and say this really quickly. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Like, thank you so much. I'm trying to make this channel grow as much as possible. So posts like these, please look out for them. I post it on the community tab every now and then, in which I ask you guys, hey, what do you want me to talk about? What do you want discussed? And I try my best to deliver. So please join that. And I'll tell you guys something else to join later on. That'll be like the end of the video or something. I don't know. All right, but we're talking about Remy Martin. No, not that Remy. This Remy. That was terrible. That was something. So we're talking about Remy Martin. And I have to say, I was very skeptical. I was very skeptical when I saw people say that Remy Martin is the next Patty Mills. I sat back and I said, no, you guys are only saying that because he literally kind of looks like Patty Mills, just a little bit. But I would argue that he looks like a combination of Patty Mills and Tony Parker, and then they had him. Am I wrong? Look, one more time. And they had him. First and foremost, let's look at the stats. All right, so he is averaging 8.6 points, or at least for the season he did. 3.0 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 46.2% field goal percentage. And this is nothing that just gets me super happy or super excited by any means. But when you see where he's going to more than likely be placed in the draft, it's pretty doggone good. And I'm pretty sure this championship game definitely skyrocketed his projection. Okay, this past game, in which for the championship, everything on the line, the man went 5 for 9 from the field. He went 4 for 6 from 3, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 1 steal. Now that 1 block is huge for his size of 6 feet, but he was absolutely incredible in that game. I will say that. But overall, as a whole, if we're taking his entire career, at least his entire season with Kansas Jayhawks, I have to sit back and say I'm not stupid impressed. I'm just not. But I did watch quite a few highlights of him, and I looked into him a little bit more, and I will say I definitely see the similarities between him and Patty Mills. I definitely see it. Around screens, he's really good at getting around screens and not necessarily creating his own shot, but his IQ is pretty high. He is a bona fide scorer. That's what he does. He is a shooter. And that's one thing that Patty Mills was good at. And when you're sitting at 6 feet, let's just be honest, even though in like real life, that's pretty fairly tall. That's a nice size for a guy. But I will say this, in the NBA, you need a high arcing shot and you need to be stupid efficient as a shooter. And I will say he's a very good shooter. One thing that I'll say is, which I will take off points for, and especially when we're trying to make the comparison to Patty, his shot release, in my opinion, my personal opinion, because I'm such an expert, right? I don't know, is that I feel like his shot release is a little slow. Now, as a scorer at 6 feet, I just feel like it needs to be a little faster, and you can always kind of speed that up and whatnot. But I don't know. It just seems like it takes quite a bit of setup, and maybe getting away with it in college is one thing, and getting to the NBA, it'll be a completely different thing. Because, I mean, we got even centers in the NBA that can guard sometimes. So I'm just saying that's just something to look out for, something that I am a little skeptical of. But him as a player, as a whole, I definitely see the comparisons to Patty. His heart is there. He plays very hard. And I think that people are taking those comparisons, not only because he kind of looks like Patty Mills, but because he's also, you know, coming off the bench, and he's a spark plug. And that's exactly what Patty Mills is, right? So let me go ahead and go through the pros and cons and see if I agree or disagree with any of it. As always, we went to NBA Scouting Live, which they do such a fabulous job, I must say. All right, so let's talk about him. So he's projected 2nd round to undrafted. Now, this probably should go up quite a bit. I still think he'll probably be in the 2nd round, but it'll probably be pretty high 2nd round. I'm just going to assume. I could be completely wrong, but I'm just going to assume, because after that past game, that was that was impressive. And he showed up when they really needed him. So I'm just going to assume. But look, as it stands right now, most people's consensus is second round to undrafted. So here's the pros. Solid shooter, I agree. Decent scorer off the dribble, I agree. We talked a little bit about that, especially getting around screens. Decent playmaker, sure. Adequate rebounder for his size. Decent defender, yes. Above average athlete. All of which are Patty Mills traits. Maybe I don't know about the rebounder, but adequate. Usually when they use adequate, it's pretty average. So cons: inconsistent shooter, can struggle to score in traffic, and that's due to his size. Can be prone to hoisting up questionable shots. I didn't see a lot of that, but if you guys are experts on Remy Martin, please let me know if you've seen that. Struggles to guard taller players. I mean, obviously not an elite athlete, neither is Patty, and undersized at the point. So is Patty. So summary: Remy Martin is an athletic, skilled playmaker that can score the basketball in a variety of ways. He can score on strong drives to the hoop, and he also can knock down spot-up threes to space the floor for his team. On the downside, he can struggle to consistently make his outside shots, and his lack of size can make it difficult for him to effectively guard taller players. Yeah. Right now, he projects to be a borderline second-round candidate for the 2022 draft. So yeah, I completely agree with it. I don't think they were off at all with these, at least from what I've seen. The only thing that I haven't seen a lot of is, like I said, I haven't seen a lot of the, rebounding and the questionable shots. I don't see a lot of that. But overall, yes, the comparisons to Patty Mills, I will say that you guys were pretty spot on with that. I don't think that you were completely off, and I can't get mad at you for it. So here's the question, okay? I'm a Spurs fan, all right? So here's the question. Would I want Remy Martin for my Spurs? No. I don't think that it will be worth it. And the main reason being is because I think that right now, as it stands for the direction my team is going in, we have more than enough shooters. We can have shooters coming off the bench. We have people who specialty is to shoot right now on the team. I don't necessarily think drafting a guard and bringing him in just to fit the Patty Mills role in which we just got rid of, or at least let Patty go, I just don't think it will be necessarily worth it. And I think maybe he's more of a guy that you add to a team that's already pretty well established, that just need, that extra shooter. You already got your superstar established. I don't want any of my Spurs picks to go to waste. I think that they should keep doing what they've been doing. Brian Wright's done a great job of drafting potential, and just keep drafting the most potential possible. Because at the end of the day, as much as I like this guy, as much as I like this Remy Martin, okay? As much as I like him, I have to say he's undersized, okay? He's undersized. He is not a tall drink of alcohol. That was terrible. Oh my God. Okay, so I promised that I was gonna let you guys know how else to communicate with me about any type of videos, anything. I said this before, but all you have to do is just join the Discord, okay? Just join the Discord. Link in the description. It's a group chat in which we have a plethora of Spurs fans. Okay, it's not a plethora, all right? We got 400 and some people, but yeah, let's get to 1,000. I want to get to 1,000 by draft time. So go join that. Link in the description. Leave nice comments to your Spurs brethren, I guess, and there's a tab in there if you want to recommend any content. It's content suggestions tab, so you can do that there. If you want to support the channel, only $2 per month. Patreon and YouTube members. I'll give it to you guys later, man. Till next time, I love you.